Alright, welcome back. This is lesson 3 of AP 301, and we're going to be talking about tritone substitutions with 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 chords. And everybody already knows how to play 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 chords. You know, most church musicians know how to play those, especially for an advanced level student like that are taking this course. But this is one of my favorite chords that we're going to learn how to substitute and give it a much better sound. So what we're going to do here, and you're absolutely, let me say this, you're absolutely going to love this chord if you don't already know how to play it. Not just the 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 chord, but the cool substitution that we're about to show you. So one of the most commonly used tritone substitutions used on this chord is as follows. So let's show you. This is a G7 sharp 5 sharp 9 chord, right? So we have F, E flat, G, B flat. Okay, here's the substitution basically that goes in place of this. Okay, now what we're doing here is we've moved the tritone, as we had warned you we were going to. We moved the tritone to your left hand, so hopefully you've got a good grasp on the tritones now. You got F and B in the left hand, and the right hand is transformed into a straight E flat chord. Okay, now the reason we can do this, let's look at this regular chord again, G7 sharp 5 sharp 9. Your left hand is already playing a G, so what we're basically doing is we're taking out the F out of the right hand, taking out the B, and then we're moving the G bass note over to the right hand, which makes an E flat chord. And then we're taking those notes we took out, F and B, and moving them back into the left hand. Now your bass player would be holding down the bass note here for you, since in this particular chord, unless you wanted to do it like that, G, B, F. Okay, but it's not going to hurt, if you throw in a chord for a second that's kind of missing, especially a really hot chord like this that sounds really full. They're not really going to miss that one bass note for just a chord. It's not going to make a big difference. And if you have a bass player there, it's even better. So this is basically the way that it works. In your right hand, you're doing the sharp 5, the 1, and then the sharp 9. The left hand, you're doing the tritone, the 3 and the flat 7th. All right. So let's do another one here. Let's do C7 sharp 5 sharp 9. What this one basically is, use the same inversion. You have third in the flat, E flat, E and B flat in the left hand, in the right hand, basically playing an A flat major chord. So what it is, what gives it such a full sound is that like the right hand is playing a major chord, while the left hand is actually playing the tritone. It just gives it a really, really cool sound, especially the way that it works. Just a real jazzy, neat sound. Okay, so. And we'll go over some more here in a minute. There's a lot of other stuff you can do with this thing. This is just one example. And of course, you've got 3 inversions to choose from here. One of them is going to probably sound better than the other one, depending on the spot song. Alright, so that's G7, C7 sharp 5 sharp 9. Let's do F. Basically D flat over F tritone. Okay, B flat, which is a G flat major chord over B flat tritone. E flat. Okay. B major chord with E flat 7, basically. Let's do A flat, which is going to be E over A flat tritone. I'm going to stop explaining the left hand tritone. That's just a given. Okay. D flat, which is going to be A. Okay. G flat, it's going to be a D major chord. B. Okay. Nice and slow for you. E, which is a C major chord. Okay, we're going to go next to A, which is an F major chord. We're going to go next to D, which is a B flat major chord. And back to G, which is E flat. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell right there. That's how it works. Now we're not through yet. We're going to show you how to apply this. Let's show you D one more time. Okay, now with some of these chords, depending on your tritone and where you're at the keyboard, you can actually add the bass note in. So like for D7 sharp 5 sharp 9, play D, F sharp, C with B flat in your right hand. Okay, same thing with C, with B. In fact, I kind of prefer to play it like this myself. It's just, I don't know. It's easier on some of the chords, especially like starting at G. Probably you've got to move a lot farther up to be able to do that. Because if you do it down low, it sounds a little bit muddy. I'd recommend doing what I'm doing, going through, playing them backwards. Okay? Playing them up and down. Take a minute now, probably pause the video. you go ahead and do that. All right. So once you're back and you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to show you can actually play these songs, these chords as walk downs or walk ups. Okay, and that's why it was important for you to play it and go through chromatically and do that real quick. We're still with all 12. I just did it with like 6 there. So let's look at like when I think about the Lord, a song like that. How can we use this in a song like when I think about the Lord, right? But when I think about the Lord, okay, B flat over D. Of course, the song's in your study info where you should be following along. G7, sharp 5, sharp 9. Okay, so how can we fix that 7, sharp 5, sharp 9? Of course, we know we can use the regular substitution here that we taught you the first time. All right, which is going to be think about the Lord, how He saved me. Kind of a crazy sounding chord, and then you follow it by a real pretty soft one. All right, but what we're going to do here is instead of just playing that pretty chord there, we're going to use a little walk down. We're gonna play first the A flat 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 tritone substitution, and then walk down to the G one. Okay, so when I think about the Lord, how He saved me, how He raised me. Getting ahead of myself here. So that's a little walk down you can do there. A flat down to G. All right, so we basically did it like this. Okay, G flat C, E, A flat B, back to G, F, B, E flat chord. And that's just one thing you can do there. See how much better that sounds already. But let's say we wanted to do maybe like instead of just one half step walk down, maybe 2. How He saved me. Try that one more time. I missed it there myself. You gotta do it real fast in this song. I typically do 2 myself. There we go. Can't even do it myself. Alright, when I think about the Lord, really got to throw it in there. I'll be honest, I myself don't prefer the 3-note walk down. I've heard a lot of gospel musicians do it, which is why I show it to you. You can do it, if you do it in the right place, it sounds real smooth. It's easier to do on the organ too than it is the keyboard. It's possible on the keyboard, but you really got to kind of twang. And there's some musicians that even do the 4-note walk down. So it's a tough thing. I myself personally prefer the half step walk down. To me, that just sounds smoother. I like that more of that smooth sound as opposed to that throw as many notes in there as fast as you can as possible. I don't know. I prefer the smoother sound. All right. But if you really want to get into the walk downs like that, you can. Typically in the real slow songs, you can kind of throw them in. Okay, so that's another variation there. Take it and do what you want with it. You're probably going to change it up and put your own style to it anyway, so it doesn't really matter here what I show you. The next one is the walk up, okay? So instead of going from A flat to G, now we're going to go from G flat to G. All right, so the same rules apply here. You can do the 3, 4, however many you want to fit in there. I mean, do it however you like. But when I think about the Lord, how He saved me. I like that one too. I'll be honest, I don't use that a whole lot, but it does sound good. I myself prefer a little easy walk, smooth walk down right there, but you can do that as well. You can do the 3-note, F, G flat, G, basically what I did there. D flat over F7, D over G flat 7, and E flat over G7, just a G7 sharp 5 sharp 9 with the substitution like we've been talking about. So I think about the Lord, how He saved me. And you probably hear that all the time. I hear it myself all the time on gospel music, but that's another variation of that. Now we can also use this on fast songs. So what this means is in the turnarounds we studied, like in the first lesson of this course, we can use it in that type of stuff too. So like remember we learned the F over C, D7 sharp 5 sharp 9 to G to C little thing. You can also use it here, and you can really just do a lot of stuff here. You can do all right. One more time. Alright, so what we're doing is F over C, D7 sharp 5 sharp 9 with the tritone substitution. Okay, D, G flat C with B flat chord, B, F, B flat D. Okay. G7 sharp 5 sharp 9, F, B, G, B flat, E flat. C7 sharp 5 sharp 9, E, B flat, A flat, C, E flat. Back to F. Alright, so. Alright, one more time. You can do different inversions if you want to. So all kind of stuff you can do there. You can basically think of these once again, the D7 sharp 5 sharp 9 like a D7 with the B flat over D7, E flat over G7, and A flat over C7. That's another way you can think of it. A lot of people even write it like that on chord sheets. Okay, once again, remember the inversions. You can do all kind of different inversions with this. Any of the three major chord inversions, whichever one you want to do. Certain ones will sound better in certain places. If you're an advanced player, you know how to do those things. So at the end of the lesson here, we give you a couple of songs. We want to think about the Lord and praise Him, just to give you some songs to practice this with. No doubt you'll be able to find some songs of your own to do that with. But this is just one of many. I'm going to show you several others that you can use. There's so much stuff you can do with this. I've really just touched the tip of the iceberg here. We talk about tritones just to give you a glimpse into the future. I think we actually learned this in one of the next lessons here. Okay, so we're doing this, using this for C7 sharp 5 sharp 9, right? So what happens if we take out the C in our left hand and we make the bass note G flat? Okay, so all of a sudden, let's do it maybe with a B flat chord. So you have G flat over B flat 7, right? What if we do that with the tritone of B flat, which is E? Now what we're basically doing is we're playing the major chord that's a whole step higher than the root note here. All right. So at the end of the song here, all of a sudden, instead of just going, we're playing the same concept now that we were doing a minute ago with the A flat, D flat, G flat thing in the key of F, but now we're using these crazy tritones. Okay, so F over C. All right, and all of a sudden we're doing A flat with a B flat in the right hand, G flat or E flat with the D flat 7 in the left hand. All right, remember that E flat chord was the one we were putting with G a minute ago. Make up all these different variations. So anyways, I know we're doing a lot of stuff here. We're going into it a lot here. You'll learn more about this as it goes on and as we teach you the next few lessons. There's so much stuff you can do with these, and they're a lot of fun once you really just get the hang of it. So anyways, we'll see you back here shortly for lesson 4, and God bless.